Elizabeth Wangechi, as you can see, is a young lady. I've worked in the investment banking for more than 5 years now, with a passion in research, mostly analysis, assisting my team in various works that we do, mostly looking at listed and also unlisted companies. I facilitate the research department in terms of giving out research pieces on companies that are listed on the stock exchange. So we majorly do financial analysis, modeling the companies, and assisting the team just to bring out the best research reports in the industry. And also basically just having meetings with company management, engaging our clients on a day-to-day basis. So that's more of a nutshell of what research is. Okay. Well, I've been a leader since university. I was a student leader, a vice president of Accounting Student Association. I think that's where my leadership ability started. And after campus, we had a company with a few friends, and I was a chairlady for about 4 years. So then Genghis Capital, the leadership came after being an analyst for about 3.5 years. So I would say I rose because of my passion and the key, how I was showing interest in the department, and just a few things in terms of key developments in the department. And definitely, I would say I'm a smart lady. I'm inspired to be a leader. I've grown up in places where I've seen leaders rising. My mentors are leaders, and they've been the people who've been motivating me to do that. So it's more of aspiring to be a leader and a best leader from what we are experiencing in the country. Well, on the leadership skills, I would say my leadership, it's a mix of many attributes. I'm a thought leader, I'm a servant leader, more democratic leader. I allow people, I give my team the time to think through, make valuable opinions. I indulge everyone in the team. So basically, it's not just about me being the leader, me being the head of department. It's about the whole team. Days are all different, I would say. I wouldn't say Monday is the same as Tuesday or Friday. So on a typical day, I would basically, the first thing in the morning is reading, catching up on the news, mainly from Bloomberg, Reuters, or our newspapers. Then later on, catching up with our in-house team for meetings just to update them on the key developments that are there that might affect the day's trading or might affect anything that we are following up on. Then later on, I would now just facilitate having a morning notes being sent out to clients to update them on what the day might look like. And then thereafter, I'll just now indulge on the normal day activities like updating models, assisting my teams in what they're working on, and basically having meetings also with clients, calling managements for maybe key questions I have on some report you're working on. And then later in the evening, we'd catch up with clients. Definitely, an investment bank has a lot of pressure and it's high demanding, but the passion that is there from me is what keeps me going. So in terms of pressure, what I just do is just managing expectation, just basically planning ahead my date. If I mention I'm going to do a report on this specific day, I'll ensure that the report is done at that time. So that's how I basically try and handle the pressure. Of course, there's, yes, that intimidation and all that, the fact that I'm young. It's a yes and no. I know because sometimes I get queries from my senior and also junior staff asking how I do it, how differently, what makes it unique for me, why is it easy for me. So those are some of the kind of questions that I get, and the fact that they're inspired by what I do is what makes me going, and it makes everyone forget that I'm even younger than them. The same thing even with my team. Looking at even my team, I might be relatively younger than everyone in the team, but that doesn't make it look a bit awkward or even hard, because I create that environment for them and I make it fun, and they're happy to work with me. And the fact that we're able to deliver, I think that's the main goal and the main aim. I'm not that type of person who just likes following the normal way of doing, the standard way, the written down way. I like thinking out of the box. So that's the main thing, because you want to differentiate yourself from everyone else. And that is that makes it exciting, because it makes your days even interesting. You're looking forward to what you end up doing at the end of the day, what other unique idea you'll probably get in the evening when you're going home. So at the end of the day, you're happy because there's something new you've learned. Every day is a learning. You'll never say because you're the head, you'll not learn. Every day I learn from my team, we learn from each other, and that's the uniqueness about it, because you're just trying to see how different can we do it. I think the first one is being a key listener, listening to opinions, because you cannot your opinions are not just sufficient. So giving an ear to everyone, so later on then debating, so we have all these ideas, so what's the best? So the second thing is about deeply caring about my team, because in that aspect you understand what problems they're having, how you can solve them. I think the third one I would say is trying to employ different strategies. So I try solving ways, coming up with ways every time in a different way. It's never static, it's never the same. So I would say those are the key values that any leader would have. Well, there are a number of ways I do it. Considering research is a bit mind-clearing. So the first is just creating a fun environment. So even when I'm there, it's not me being the boss, just creating that happy environment where everyone is comfortable working. Then the second thing is just motivating them to talk about their fears, talk about their challenges, and just engaging them in many activities. We also bond even outside work. So out of office, you do lunch, you do dinners, you do movies. So with that, it bonds the team. It makes us just realize that we have a lot of capabilities that we can combine as a team, and which can make us even much better. So that's ideally how I do it. I think it's just convincing, not basically even convincing, because people look at you and they want all the answers. They want you to give you everything, and sometimes it's not possible. So I think the expectations, of course, they're higher. So I think that is where the challenge comes in, where you're now trying to give, you are at 90, but they want 100. Sometimes they want 120. So I think that's the most difficult part, but it's manageable, because at least you try and gather their opinions, and then you combine with what you have, and then you have something at the end of the day. So I would say my strength is I love doing what I do. I've mentioned that a number of times. So with that, it makes me better even in my job analysis, and even my character as a leader my character of accommodating everyone else. So it makes it easy. So that I would say is a strength. And then the second thing is, I said I'm a listener. I listen to everything and then choose what is good and what is bad. So on my weakness, I would say basically research, for example, we require high quality research. Sometimes the deliverables are quite tough and you have to meet them and you have to maintain the quality. So with that, it makes me, my team would sometimes think I'm a bit impatient when you want something delivered at the right time and for it to be at the top best quality. Well, as I said, we are a family, we are friends, and again, we are colleagues. So it's just about knowing what you're doing. So on what line have you crossed the other person? So we haven't had so much conflicts as yet because we talk when a conflict or when something is even before it happens. So you already know there's a problem here because we are open, we are free, so you get to know all the fears, all the challenges, what someone is facing. So even before it occurs, you've already solved it internally. Well, a lot of things. I would maybe the key thing. Number one is I love dancing. Specifically, I love salsa dancing. That's something I'll do weekly basis, sometimes daily. The second thing, I also love traveling, nature walks, and just reading non-finance stuff. One is a passion to do what God created me for, just doing the best, whatever work I've been given, just ensure that it's up to standard, it's 100%. And the fact that it's what I love on a daily basis, I never mind doing it even on Sundays. So I would say that is my driving factor. And just seeing other people growing, for example, the team that I'm building. So just seeing analysts joining as junior analysts, growing to be research analysts and to senior analysts, and growing even above what they ever imagined. Yeah.